Hi, this is Noel Serrano with the Gala Lighthouse. God's interventions in our tears. Weeping may last for the night, but a shout of joy comes in the morning. Psalm 35. Psalm 35. In our thoughts about joy. The verse is also appropriate for meditation on tears, although it's not always the case. There are several times when the Bible connects joy and tears, sorrow and pain. Esther 9:22 and Nehemiah 8:9-10, along with John 16:20 and 21 are a few examples. The fact that Scriptures links tears with joy is more evidence that the Bible is true, for it acknowledges both the pain and brokenness of this world and the promise of joy that Jesus brings. While they probably are not the first item on anyone's wish list, tears are actually precious gifts from God that offer numerous benefits. Physically, tears clear away debris, like smoke or dust, from our eyes. They lubricate our eyes and help keep them from infection. They can dull pain as they release oxytocin and endorphins. They are a healthy way to self-soothe because they activate parasympathetic nervous systems, which helps our bodies rest and digest. They can improve our mood. When we sob, we breathe in more air, helping to lower our brain's temperature, which is more plausible to our bodies and thus put us in a better mood. Relationally, tears can be a way to show others that we're hurting when we don't have the words to say. They can be a distress signal that we need support. Similarly, when we see others crying, we can help them by giving them our compassion. Spiritually, our tears can be a way to draw closer to God. Although we can be assured that God is always with us. Hebrews 13:5. He is especially near to the brokenhearted. Psalm 34:18. This is truly a time for crying. We are experiencing losses, individually and globally, that call for mourning. If we haven't been personally touched by the loss of loved ones or a loss of a job or a loss of a sense of safety, we are still called to mourn with those who mourn. Romans 12:15. During this pandemic season of pain and loss, we must not be too quick to try to bypass or minimize it or get over it. We must not be too quick to stop crying. And while we're crying, we can meditate on these few thoughts from Scripture that exemplify why tears can be considered gifts from God. God redeems our tears. Those who sow in tears shall reap with joyful shouting. He who goes to and fro weeping and carrying his bag of seed shall indeed come back again with a shout of joy, bringing his sheaves with him. Psalm 126:5-6. Sorrow and suffering can produce joy when we think about Jesus and how he suffered for us, giving us the joy of our salvation. Jesus endured the cross for the joy set before him, the joy and part of spending eternity with us. Hebrews 12:2. Just as God redeemed or exchanged our sin for Jesus' righteousness, 2 Corinthians 5:21, he redeems our tears or suffering for joy. And God remembers our tears. You have taken account of my wanderings. Put my tears in thy bottle. Are they not in your book? Psalm 56:8. Collecting tears in ancient Hebrew culture suggests they are something of great value. Just think, Our tears are precious to God. He does not waste them. He collects them. I believe that tears can be a kind of wordless prayer that God collects. Revelation 8:4. God relates to our tears. Jesus wept. John 11:35. Jesus knows what it feels like to grieve over the loss of someone he loved. He knows the anguish of sorrow. Jesus, as our high priest, can sympathize with our tears. Hebrews 4:15. And finally, God removes our tears, and he will wipe away every tear from their eyes. And there will be no longer any death, and there will no longer be any mourning or crying or pain. The first things have passed away. Revelation 21:4. What a wonderful promise we have from God, and how we look forward to that day. This is Noel Serrano with the Gala Lighthouse. The following has been a presentation of the Gala Foundation.